Okay, well, hello. Greetings to yet another week in the new year. Happy 2020 to everybody. I do understand from Billy that we've got a few new faces, either some new newly enrolled ambassadors, or perhaps some people that have invited to join in. I do feel compelled to say for everybody that hasn't joined us yet on a Zoom, and remind them what the purpose of the Zooms are. This is really about building your business. So if you hop on tonight for the very first time and don't hear a lot about the product, it's because we don't focus a lot on the products. We do have product Zooms generally. I don't know, we're doing one tomorrow night. We do them on Wednesdays, but I know Lindy is out of town. So we won't be talking a lot about the product. I will say this, though, that pretty much everybody that has joined us is a tremendous believer in the product. So we just always start off every Zoom by saying, it's a given that we all think the product is amazing. Now let's talk about how we can build our businesses and how we can share this with everybody, how we can make some money, and how we can help, some friends of ours make some money doing this as well. That being said, Billy, drum roll, please, as always. We've been teasing you guys now for several weeks about an announcement that we're really excited.
You're froze up here real quick.
Am I?
Yeah, we got a little technical difficulty going on. Try to turn your camera off and then fire it back up.
Yeah, let me
Sorry
do
about that, guys.
Screen is frozen. Okay, can you hear me though, even if the screen is frozen?
Yeah.
Okay, but when I go to my other screen, that's the problem. So I'm going to turn my camera off for now.
Okay.
And just talk until I get through my notes. Like I said, I ran into some technical difficulties and had trouble printing this out. So anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. The big announcement that we've been so excited to make here for several weeks. It's something that people for months were like, are you ever going to have this? Are you going to ever have that? And yes, now we have that. And that, what I'm talking about, is our new gummy line. So our gummies are available and live in your back offices, and they are ready for you to order. They are ready if you want to go adjust your Simple Ships. You can include them in your Simple Ships. You can buy them, sell them retail. And we're really, really excited about the gummies. Like I said, I think I've tried all of them, and I think they're really, really good. And I don't know, I feel really good. Of course, I sampled, I think, 3 or 4 of them, but I like them a lot, and I think you guys will too. Something else that we've decided to do, which we're really excited about, is a new promotion. And here's what we're doing. Now, in each bottle, there are 10 gummies. And there were some questions last week about why we didn't have bottles with more. One is really to get this product out and to see how you guys respond to it, how your customers and your downline responds to it before we put out bottles of just a certain size. As I mentioned, one of the main points was to keep this cost effective. If you remember the edibles, the chocolates, there were 4 pieces in a box. I think they were $19 our cost. Is that correct? And they were 10 milligrams each. So for about $20, you got 40 milligrams of CBD. Well, these gummies, they come 10 to a bottle. They're 10 milligrams each, just like the edibles. But you get 10. And the prices are again, really comparable to what the edibles were. They're, I think, $19 wholesale. That's our cost. We sell them for 25 bucks. And so that's what we wanted to do, is make sure we kept these cost effective. And again, if you have a bottle of 30 and somebody wants to try some, you're going to be pulling them out, putting them in a baggie, or giving them a bottle. This way you can share a bottle of these, 10 of these things, and you're only, essentially, if you're giving them away and not selling them, like I know a lot of us do, you're only giving away 20 bucks basically. So that's another reason. So there are 10 gummies per bottle. As I said, 19 bucks wholesale, $24.99 retail, $22 for a VIP member. Each bottle is a 12 BV, and you can add them to your packages and Simple Ship starting now. Now, our new promotion, which I started to hint at, is really, really kind of cool. So for those of us old enough to remember the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I'm not talking about the Johnny Depp version, I'm talking about the original, there was a contest that they had called the Golden Ticket. So we don't actually have a golden ticket. What we do have is we have gummies that are imprinted with the R. And I can't see, I'm on my other screen. I didn't know if our home office in Omaha, Nebraska pulled up the picture of the gummies, or if they're showing that now, but there it is there. You can't really see, it's not a great picture, but you'll be able to tell if you get one of these magic golden ticket gummies, you are a winner, and you will win a package that is worth between $90, $89.99, as you see on your screen, or $100 prize value for this package. Now, this package might change in terms of what is in it, but we talked about wanting to give you not just additional product, because some people have enough product. We wanted to give you a package full of marketing materials. So people have been asking about hats. They've been asking about T-shirts. They've been asking about, car decals and things like that. So I believe that the final decision was that we're going to mostly give you guys marketing materials that will help you, again, build your business. That's really, really exciting. And I will tell you, I don't know what the final numbers were, but there's a lot of these things. There's a lot of these R's in there. It's not like, there's one every 500. In fact, I think there might be one every 50. I don't know if I'm correct there, one every 50 or one every 100 or something like that. They're going to be out there. So what you do is you take a picture and you send it to that address right there on your screen, support@mylifesimple.com, and you are a big winner. Sorry. So that's really, really exciting. I'm glad we can finally announce the gummies to you. And I hope everybody races out tonight and orders them and tries them and likes them as much as I do. Tonight, we are going to be giving away a T-shirt to one lucky winner, and also a reaction license plate to another lucky winner. And we have a third giveaway tonight, which is going to be a reaction car window decal to somebody else. Now remember, you have to be on at the end of the Zoom. You can't top in for 10 minutes and then disappear. You got to be on at the end when we do the drawing, okay? So we got a couple of more announcements before we get started here. One is about a meeting that we've got coming up here in the Charlotte area. We talked about this a little bit over the last couple of weeks. We are now trying to roll out larger meetings. These meetings, as we talked about, even though right now it's corporate kind of putting them together, these meetings are not just corporate. It's not for corporate to go out and sign up people for ourselves. It is providing you guys with a meeting that you can bring your potential ambassadors to. Now, as great as I think it is that ambassadors come, it really doesn't have the same effect. It's not as effective if you don't bring anybody with you. So the goal is for us to have a presentation. By the way, the presentation last week was down to 9 minutes. So we've got a presentation now where you can bring your people. They can come. They can sit with a lot of other people, get fired up about this, and possibly get started that day. We're doing that. I think we're determining the date right now, but I think we're looking at February 29th. So everybody in the Charlotte area, here's what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to bring 5 people. And I'm really serious about this, because if it's not for you this time, you'll need help in the future. So right now, people that bring people, we need to put people in the seats. There's nothing more kind of limp than showing up at a meeting that's supposed to be rah-rah and talking about this amazing opportunity and have 4 people there, okay? So everybody in the Charlotte area, we're asking you to tap into this. February 29th, we'll be doing it at a hotel, I believe the Hilton Garden Inn up in Mooresville. It won't take but an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours if they want to stick around and talk. Start working on getting 5 people. We talked about little goals last week. Your little goal should be getting 5 people to the meeting. If you can't bring 5 new people that are interested, then bring 2 people that are interested and ask 3 of your friends to come along and support you and support your business. As I said, it's very powerful when you get 50, 60, 70 people in a room and they start leaning forward and really absorbing the information. So wanted to keep you up to speed, and we will continue with updates. Hopefully, when this goes well, what we're going to be doing is presenting this template to all of our ambassadors to take out in their areas so that they can use the same marketing tools, direct mail, social media, do the same thing. And literally, we as a corporate team, if you can get a certain number of people there, as I've said in the past, we will come in as a team. We will help you present the opportunity, and we will help you sign up people for yourself. One of the things we talked about is literally going into a city, let's say Columbia, South Carolina, just as an example, and doing a meeting 2 nights in a row. The first night is to get as many people we can there. The second meeting is to get the people that came for the first meeting, give them 24 hours to get their friends while we're still in town and come. We can literally help them start their business by the time we roll out of town. Anyway, so these are all the things we're working on. And again, we're off to a great start and looking forward to announcing a lot more things. If you all did not see the press release that went out last week, that was also picked up, I think, by over 100 outlets within the first couple of hours. What a wonderful marketing tool that is. I instantly sent that to probably 30 people who have not been interested in the business, that suddenly are like, oh, wow. Because when that information comes from somebody else, and yes, it is a release that we did, but those outlets, Barron's, MarketWatch, they're not going to pick it up. And just so you know, we are held to the fact that we can't say anything that we don't know to be true. And that's our anticipation this year, is to be able to pay out $25 million to all of you ambassadors. So if you want a part of that, stay tapped in. Let's get others and share the wealth as well. Okay, we're going to ask Billy to join us now. Billy is going to be working with us tonight. And we wanted to make sure everybody knew the separation of roles here, where yes, I'm corporate, quote unquote, for the lack of a better phrase. Like I said, it's a big fancy title because we all do a lot of different things. But foremost, I'm an ambassador. I'm just like all of you guys. Now, Billy, the reason he is on there, it's not because he works and knows Candace and the Hornadays personally. Billy is on these Zooms because of one very simple fact. Billy is our top ambassador. I don't know, you can beat me. Our home office can scold me on the chat bar if you want. But we just did the tax information. We just did the taxes this last year. And just for those of you that are wondering, we have already paid out in 6 months of basically what I call pre-launch, hundreds of thousands. I'm not going to say exactly how it is, but several hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions. Billy Workman is our top earning ambassador. Billy Workman earned from, mind you, June until December with a very archaic set of tools that we've been refining as we've gone along. He earned almost $60,000, just under 60, like very close to 60, like 59 something. We've had other people make almost 40. We've had others make in the 20s. So when I say, guys, this is possible, I mean it. I will tell you, I didn't make as much as Billy. I mean, Billy is our top earning ambassador by quite a bit. But that's why he's asked to join us on these things and share some of the things that he uses to talk to people. I wish everybody could come and sit in the office for just a couple of hours and watch him work, because there's no fear. There's a genuine belief. There is integrity to what he's doing. It's really wonderful to watch. So based on our business view of last week, we decided to let him do a role play, another role play. And we were trying to think of whether he should do it with somebody. And then he had a situation the other day where he had an actual situation that came up. And we decided to basically document that process to show you how he first contacted this person and how it then proceeded through the enrollment and recruitment process. So you can kind of see what he did and how he did it and what it led to. So on that note, I'm going to turn this over and everybody give Billy Workman, our 2019 top earning ambassador, a big round of applause.
Wow. Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everyone. I mention this every single week. I do look forward to these Zooms. I look forward to helping people. I love when people reach out to me. I'll get to that in just a little bit, but people have been taking me up on my offer. I put my number up there. I've been getting calls, messages. Everybody's been reaching out, and I love it. I love helping you. Obviously, I love having some success myself, but I love having others around me having success too. It's a good thing that I actually drive us as individuals. So as Jeff mentioned, last week we did our business overview, and I thought it went really well. The feedback that we got from that was really positive. I appreciate everyone that joined us. And we sat down and we wanted to figure out how to make this usable for everybody, not just me. We wanted to break it down and teach everyone the exact steps and the things that I actually personally use with Reaction to My Life Simple, and my approach, we can call it. It is so important that you use these tools to get people on a Zoom with you. Zoom is it's amazing. It's a personal experience. Again, we're starting with mostly people that we personally know, or they know people that we know to get started here. So it's a comfortable way to get them face to face to talk about what you have going on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started here. So this is how to use the scripting, when and how to use it. All right, so we have piquing interest. This is used for the first time when you're contacting a new prospect through any sorts of social media, people that you've reached out to, see what you have going on, different interests in that sort. The goal is to get them to commit to setting up a time to learn more. Get them on Zoom is our main idea. And this is something that's just short and sweet, a quick touch point to get them to learn more information. All right, so why this works. 9 times out of 10, they won't have time to talk. They're busy cooking dinner, they're at work, they're doing something else and really not interested in what you have going on. This eliminates the I don't have time to talk right now and gives you a chance to set up a time to talk later. Although what is important is to contact them within, we're going to mention this over and over and over, 24 hours. As humans, within 24 hours, you have to be in contact multiple times. We've heard Jeff say it over and over again, that there's 7 touch points. So that's a real thing. So you're going to see that there are different ways to use the piquing script. We can use email, phone calls, Facebook Messenger, or text messaging. And there's many others that aren't even mentioned here. My personal favorite is Facebook Messenger. It takes the scare or that fear factor away of being shut down or discouraged from doing what you're doing. You can also use email, text messaging, or scripts, over the phone. Whatever way works best for you. Everyone's a little bit different, but personally, I love Facebook Messenger. Okay, so this is the option of piquing. This is a script to tell them you start a new business and ask them if they have a few minutes so you can share the details with them. Again, the goal is to schedule a Zoom before you end the conversation. That Zoom should be within the next 24 hours. So this is just little touch points of, hey, do you see what I have going on? Are you interested in learning more? Just small little conversation to lead into big things. But it's not important to bombard them right up front. This is all baby steps that I personally take to drive into there. Okay, so this is a great example. And as Jeff mentioned, this is something that we've kind of kept track of that personally happened to me. So I'm going to read you all the way through this, so bear with me here. I want to give you guys all the information of what I'm doing, and hopefully you can turn it into your own, as it mentions at the top there. Make it your own, but this is a good idea of what's actually working pretty well. So I did all this through Facebook Messenger with a gentleman named Scott that I reached out to. So it started with, hey, Scott, just reaching out to see if you use CBD products, buddy. I am very involved in the CBD and hemp world now and started a new company about 6 months ago. I would love to get you to try some products. He responded with, if it helps with arthritis, I'm willing to give it a try. How's the racing life going? So I responded to him, yes, it does. Go check out feelthereaction.com and click on the testimonies. I feel like that is so, so, so important. Right up front, I love sending people the testimonies. That way they can get a real feel of what others are having in results, not just what I say. It kind of backs up the information. So then I responded to him again. This stuff will really help you, Scott. It is amazing. And to answer your question, racing is great. It's the off season right now, just trying to be focused on work. He said, I will check it out. I've been working in Sun River with snow about knee deep. So I kindly responded to him, that's crazy. It's supposed to snow here next week. He then sent me a picture with, at his work. Parking lot's full of snow. So you can see I wrote, holy cow, I wish it snowed more here. He went on to say that it's kind of fun, but you can tell that he's not really liking his job. So what I'm trying to do here, next you're going to see that I went back into the approach, trying to get a little bit of information to him. Obviously, we don't want to be too forceful with people, but we want to stay on topic, or else we'll never get the opportunity to show them what we're trying to talk to them about. So I responded to him after that and said, so I want to talk to you a little bit about the products we have. Do you have time to talk on a Zoom maybe this evening? I know you support me in my racing. I would love to see you try these products and be able to share that with the people around you. So this is very important. Not everybody races and does different hobbies as that, but there's people that are around you. And what we're doing here is building a brand. That brand is you. People are following you and what you do. So incorporate that into talking with people, potential ambassadors or just customers in general. So he responded to me, yes, I'll let you know when I get home tonight and get a minute. So I said, okay, sounds great. Look forward to talking to you tonight. All right, so this is 6 hours later. This is the follow-up that we like to call it. So 6 hours later, I reached out to him. Hey, Scott, I'm not sure if you have made it back from work yet. If you have, do you want to jump on a Zoom real quick so I can share with you a little bit about the products and new company I started? Hang on 1 second. Sorry, guys. All right. So he responded, hey, man, I'm sorry. I just walked in the door. Dinner is ready. Can we do it in about an hour or two? So again, people are busy. We have to work around everyone's schedules here. So just expect that to come. Not everyone's going to be just jump in and ready to go. You're going to have to work around it and do some scheduling. Make sure, I personally use a Google Calendar to make sure that I'm following up with people at the times that they're giving me. People are going to open up and offer times, different slots. Make sure that you take advantage of that and you're not slacking on that department. So I responded to him, awesome, wasn't trying to hound you. I didn't want you to forget about me. I'm really excited to share what I've been up to. I will set up a Zoom meeting for 8 p.m. and send you a link. Once you get the link I send you, click on it, you'll join the Zoom. Look forward to seeing you tonight at 8. So he responded, cool. I'll see you at 8. If I have any problems, I'll call you. So this is great information. He's very receptive to what I'm doing, what I have going on, and ready to learn more. So it's that easy. This was all done from Facebook Messenger. And the reason that I shared the entire conversation is because I wanted to just show you guys how I do it. Not all cases are the same, but that's a pretty good average. People are generally in your circle are going to be willing to listen to what you have to share with them. Are they going to be interested at the end of the day? That's for you to decide. And in what direction you're going to point them, whether, we don't ever want to give up on anyone, is if they could be a retail customer, a VIP member, maybe they want to be an ambassador. If they don't want to be any of the three, they probably know people. So make sure you're reaching out to everybody. Okay, so this goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning. We want to be able to teach you guys every step to this. It's pretty easy for Jeff or I or anyone else to mention, just go set up a Zoom and hop in there, get people. It's a little tougher than that. If you're sitting there saying, well, I don't even know how to log on to Zoom. So we're going to walk you through the steps here and teach you how to go through and set up your very own Zoom meeting. So at the top here, you're going to log in, create an account. I personally pay for Zoom and I have the unlimited package. You do not have to do that. When you log into Zoom, you'll be able to have you and one person on a Zoom for as long as you want. If you add more than that one person, you'll have 30 minutes of time to run your Zoom. It'll time out. At the end of that, you can always close it out, start up a new Zoom, get them back on there. Or as you start using Zoom more and more, you can go in there and actually figure out the different packages and see if it's something you might be interested in. But again, just start with the free. Okay, so now that we got you logged in, we're going to teach you how to create your very own meeting. You're going to see up there where it says host a meeting. You can select it with video on, with video off, or screen share only. I personally always have my video on. I've mentioned this a couple of times. This is a very personal approach to getting someone to give you a chance to talk to them about what you have going on. So having your face up there makes it a little more comfortable for them rather than just a typical phone call. Okay, so once you get your meeting started, you're gonna see the meeting number at the top. It's gonna be a 9-digit number. Sometimes you're gonna have to have a password to allow your guests to join. If you do have a password and you can't find it, you click on invite, and at the bottom of the screen you'll see the password. So what you'll do is just share that with them. You'll be able to copy and paste that invitation URL, send it via text message, email, anyway. So that's a live link. As soon as they click on that, they're going to be showing up in your Zoom meeting. They may have to create a username to hop in there, but you guys will be on your way to Zooming. And also, I missed one part of that last one. Make sure you always click on the audio, join with computer audio. That way they can hear you talking. All right, so you are now live and on your meeting. This is where you can welcome your people and get started with sharing your screen. So this is probably the coolest part. The way that I explain it to everyone, this is like FaceTime on steroids. We can get on, it's a personal experience. We can talk, we can laugh, and we can share everything visually. So at the bottom of the screen, you're gonna see where it's highlighted there in green, the share button. So once you click on that share button, there's going to be a few different options of what you'd like to share. So my personal opinion, don't have anything on your background, up on your computer when you're starting up a Zoom that you don't want everybody to see. So bank information or any personal information, make sure you close out all your screens. And then you can go in there, and what I personally like to do is just do a screen share, which is at the top. Or what's highlighted on this is a business overview, which is the PowerPoint. So you can go through, there's a few different options. I like using the screen share just because you can walk them through the entire step. The more familiar you make people with this, the easier it is for them moving forward, less work for you. So it's just steps that you're going to take along the way. Okay, so once you click on the share button, the PowerPoint will pop up. This is now we are talking about the PowerPoint that we're using here. Everybody's computers are going to be a little bit different. If you have an HP or a Dell or a Mac, this is done on an HP here. So you'll see that where it's got the arrow pointed is going to enlarge the screen. It's going to put it into full screen where you're in PowerPoint presentation mode. So what you can do at this point is actually go in there, turn your camera off, put all the focus on what you have going on in your presentation. This is moving back to last week's presentation that we did right there around 9 minutes. Take your time with this. You don't have to rush through it. So as I mentioned, everybody's computer is going to be a little bit different with PowerPoint. So on an HP, you're going to push the arrow buttons to go page to page to page. On a Mac, I personally have a Mac. You just use the play button at the top right, push play, and use the space bar to go in between the different slides. A second here. Okay, so when you're done with the slides, you'll click the stop share button. This will end the screen share. Then that'll take you back to the standard home screen with Zoom where it's you and the individual that you're talking with. Okay, now keep in mind at this point, we're walking through as if we just did a Zoom with Scott. So I want to show you, it might have been a little chopped up there, but that entire time was me demonstrating how Scott and I had a Zoom. I showed him the presentation, and now here we are after the presentation. So after sharing the presentation with Scott, this is how we finished up. So I asked him, so what do you think? Can I answer any questions for you? So he wrote back, dang, pretty interesting. First question is, will this stuff get you high? We all know that's a common question. Everybody's gonna ask it. Sorry, I laugh out loud. It's funny you ask. No, there's not enough THC in the reaction product to make you feel high. So then he asked me, hey, I'm just asking because you said there was THC in it. I would love to try the products if they will help with my arthritis, but honestly, I need to make some money. Well, this work is not going well here, but this kind of is like one of those pyramid schemes. Great question. And this does get brought up a lot as well. So here's where we all need to be prepared as ambassadors. We have our scripts available in our back office. What I would highly recommend every single ambassador doing, no matter how well you're doing with the company, go in the back office, under scripts and objections, print off the objections. That way when you're talking to somebody, you know, you're going to be in a live Zoom at this point. You want to be able to give them the answers. So you guys are going to see here my answer to his questions with the THC, the pyramid schemes, was mostly directed right off of the scripts, off the objections. So it goes, well, here you go, bud. I have the perfect opportunity for you, but I'm glad you asked your question. The short answer is no, but let me explain what a pyramid scheme is, and then it will be clear to you why My Life Simple isn't one. First and foremost, pyramid schemes are illegal and based entirely on people exchanging money without really offering real products or acquiring customers. On the other hand, legitimate companies like My Life Simple allows individuals to build their own businesses, and any and all compensation is based entirely on the sale of the products and services or real value to customers. It doesn't matter how big of a team you build with My Life Simple. If you and your team doesn't acquire customers, you won't earn a single penny. It's pretty simple. Some characteristics of pyramid scheme are as follows. Pyramid schemes don't offer real products or any value to customers. They don't have a real company or infrastructure to tend, or sorry about this, kind of small, and tend to come out quickly and go out of business quickly. Pyramid schemes do not pay people for building their team, regardless of whether or not they acquired a single customer. They pay the top people who join their business first. They obviously are going to make the most money, regardless of whether they are doing anything or not. Whereas people anywhere else in this structure can't make money regardless of how hard they work. In fact, when you really start thinking about it, doesn't corporate America sound more like a pyramid scheme? I'm not at the top of the company. As a matter of fact, I'm not even in the top 30, but I'm making more money than the other half of the people above me because I get paid on time, on the time and effort that I put in by the products I sell and the people that help in my business. On top of that, these products are amazing, and in my opinion, everyone in the world needs them. Sorry about that. I was really chopped up, guys. So he responded, I agree. Sounds like you're really invested in this, and sounds like you're doing pretty well. I'm proud of you, Junior. I think I know people who can use this and use some extra money. How much does it cost? And are you going to be able to help me? Because I don't know anything about CBD. So I responded back to him, to be honest, this company is starting, and I know you will do well. This is where I then told him about the different packages that are available and started the sign-up process right there. Scott was now a new ambassador. Sorry about that. That goes really choppy. Okay, so here's another very, very, very important part. Is capturing their excitement while you have them on the Zoom, while they're right there in front of you. That is hands down the most important part. So what you're doing is you're going to share your screen again and take them through the different packages. Walk them into your retail website, show them how to sign up while they are excited and willing to do so. So walk them through the sign up while on the Zoom. You can do this by sharing your screen. So what is important about that is everything is visual. As I mentioned earlier, you want to do it over and over and over with people. That way, when it roles are reversed, they're in this situation, they're going to know exactly how to do it. I personally, 9 times out of 10, actually sign new ambassadors up myself while on a screen share. That way they can understand how things are going in, see everything, make them more comfortable. Also, I want them to learn about it as we go. So once they sign up, take them to their back office and log in using their ambassador ID and password they've selected. Now you're teaching them the second part of the business. Obviously, you got the products. Now we're going to learn about the business side of it. Show them how to get into their back office. So the first thing we're going to do is set up their Simple Ship. If at the time they've never tried the products, we want to be able to show them how to locate their Simple Ship portal and go in there and change it every single month and explain the benefits of that and how amazing that really is. Probably the most important thing is what we're going to talk about next, the ACH. It is important to set up the ACH as soon as possible. What I mentioned to everyone as I sign them up, as soon as you get your ambassador ID, your website is now live and you're eligible to make money. The only way you're going to make money is if you set up your ACH in your back office, and retail commissions are paid once a week. So it is important that they get in there, start pushing retail sales, and drive customers to their website so they can earn a little bit as they're getting going with their business. And then next is show them the different tools in the back office and get them connected with corporate Zooms and meetings like we're on tonight. It is important to get them comfortable with joining us every week, staying tapped in and learn a little bit as we go. I would also recommend getting them to print off the 24-hour plan of action under the library and walk them through their next steps. That'll show them, the way that I explain that to them is it's going to explain how to get started with a business while you're waiting for your products to get to you. Through the couple days of shipping, there's ways to start attacking your business right away. So on the 24-hour plan of action, it says set up a meeting. I always try to get my people to set up a meeting with someone on a Zoom within 24 hours of them signing up. Again, within 24 hours because it is fresh on their mind. And I tell them I will run it for them. So it's you and me and some other person that you may have interested. This way I can help them get activated and making money right away. So if they need more time, not everyone is going to be as easy as Scott was. There's going to have objections. There's going to be people that have to think about it. The important part is again, following up with everyone. Don't let them get away because we're too lazy to stay in contact with them. Just follow up, follow up, follow up. If they need more time to think about it or need more information, that is fine. I always send the 5-page PDF, which is the product, the science, the business. And here lately, I've actually been sending this presentation to them in a PDF form. It's a ton of information. They can go through there, read a little bit, get some information, and that way when they talk to you again, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have some questions. That's great. At least they're interested at that time. So the biggest part of this process is the follow-up. So in 24 hours, you need to follow up and see if you can answer any questions for them that they may have thought about. If they don't want to do your business or join the business as an ambassador, maybe they want to be, as I mentioned earlier, maybe they want to be a retail customer or a VIP member. Or again, maybe they just are there as your friend, but they do know other people that would be interested in giving this a shot or trying the products, or maybe they want to be a VIP member. So the long story short on that, don't ever count anybody out on this. There's so much business to be done within people. It's all about meeting, greeting, sharing the products, and working your way around to figure out who wants to be VIP, retail, or ambassadors. Don't ever count anyone out. So last thing is, I still always try and shoot for them signing up as an ambassador. And right now is the perfect timing. The Vision 2020 is going on and ends the 31st of this month. So there's no better time to join than now. There are absolutely no obligations and no contracts. So the main part on this, there's going to be a lot of people that maybe they want to be a retail customer, but you can see that they're going to go on there and buy a 1,000 milligram tincture and a 500 milligram tincture. Right there, you're going to be at 110 BV. You'll be able to, at that point, get 25% off on your product and actually give the business a shot. So just explain that as you go. Keep the BV in mind. At 99 BV, it's a really amazing opportunity for everyone to get in here, give this a shot, and 2020 is going to be a great year. So I am here to help all of you. Here recently, you guys have seen, I've put my number up the last 2 weeks on the chat bar, and you would be amazed at how many people have actually reached out. It makes me so happy. They're asking different questions about things from how the products work, different situations, to help with sign up new ambassadors. I do my absolute best 100% to get on there and help every single person whether it's hopping on a Zoom with you, doing a 3-way call, or anything that you need. So I love this, and I want everyone to lean on me. So if there's anyone else out here that hasn't reached out to me yet, you have questions, you have people that are potentially interested. Now we've taught you a little bit about how to get on a Zoom. I'd be more than happy to hop on a Zoom with you and walk you through every single step of that. Again, my number is at the bottom and my email address. Please feel free to reach out to me. So this is the last part of this. Some of you may have seen this on my Facebook, some might not. I posted this a few days ago. It says, you can join my journey or you can watch me from the sidelines. Either way, I'm going places. Hashtag side hustle. This was a very inspirational post. And I actually got quite a few people to reach out to me due to this. One of them is an ambassador that actually signed up last night. They wrote me wondering, Billy, what are you up to now? People see random things that I'm posting, mostly inspirational. And they can tell, even by talking to me, the excitement in my voice, that I'm doing something that I love. I'm helping people, and I'm making a pretty good chunk of change doing it as well. So there's so many great opportunities with this. I tell every single person I talk to, I wish every single person in the world would at least give these products a shot. They've changed my life. They've changed people around me's life, and I think they could change your life too. So now let's make 2020 your year. So in ending, as we all know, Reaction is growing like crazy. The time is now. Don't be afraid to share these products or this amazing opportunity with every single person around you. You never know who could be interested in either the products, making a few extra dollars, or changing their entire lifestyle with Reaction or My Life Simple. I've been writing personally 5 to 15 people per day and sending Facebook messages and different ways of contacting, texts. I've been seeing tremendous results from that. I'm just not afraid to reach out to people. The way that I look at this, the worst anyone's ever going to say to me is no. Who cares? I move on to the next person, because I've actually had people that I've reached out to when we first started Reaction 6 or 7 months ago that are coming back to me now, or that are sending people. I've picked up quite a few retail customers and VIPs and ambassadors from friends of friends that, hey, Billy, I heard you're really, really involved in the CBD and hemp world. I want to reach out to you. This is what I have going on. I know a lot of you have heard Randall's personal testimony of what these products have done for Dakota. Randall reached out to me as a friend of a friend. It was amazing, something that I'll remember for the rest of my life, seeing what these products have done for her 2-year-old son with autism. So I personally am beyond excited about what our future holds. So I know Jeff mentioned earlier, but did everyone see the Market Watch post? I again want to emphasize on that, because as he mentioned, we shared that and people's eyes are wide open and curious. Reaction is projecting to pay out $25 million in retail commissions in 2020. So I don't know about you guys, that gets me so excited. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Stay tapped in. Make sure you lean on us. We're here to help you guys. And cheers to 2020. I hope this is the best year you've ever had. So with that note, I'm going to pass this back on to Jeff.
Hey, Billy, thanks very much, man. That was awesome. That was a lot of information, man, but good job. I will point out to people, for people like Billy or me working on these Zooms, sometimes the Zooms that we're doing for you guys are actually harder than the actual process. So the process that Billy went through with Scott, it took longer for him to explain it and to break the parts down than it did to actually do in person. The part that I loved the best about what Billy did is when some time had gone by and he hadn't heard back yet from his friend. And it didn't mean that Scott was avoiding him. It didn't mean that Scott wasn't interested that night. It didn't mean that Scott had even forgotten him. What it meant was Scott got distracted. I think it's a Winston Churchill quote that says, "You'll never get to your destination if you stop and throw rocks at every dog that barks at you along the way." Meaning there's distractions all along the way. What Billy did was, in a very, very positive way, got him engaged, even though he was dealing with distractions. He worked longer than he thought. He got home, dinner was on the table. That is a key. That follow-up, I got to emphasize that. The follow-up that Billy did by reaching out. Billy did not wait for him to contact him. Scott may have forgotten or thought, oh, I don't want to do it tonight. I don't know, maybe I'll get a hold of him tomorrow. Billy reached out to him, and that's so important. There's a way to do that that's very polite and very respectful. And if again, your mission is to share this with as many people as possible, you shouldn't feel bad about doing that. So, Billy, great job with that. We're going to do a couple of things here talking about your back office because we want to show you where to find these scripts and the business overview. And we also have, I don't know if you've all seen, but we also have a substantially different back office that we've been working on, which gives us a lot more flexibility. And in the business world, they use words like agile and nimble. So makes us much more flexible when it comes to changing information out, controlling the look, and that kind of things. So if we can go to our screenshot of our back office, there we go. And this should look familiar to all of you. Once again, we're going to show you how to log in. And guys, sorry if you're bored, hang in there because you might be one of the winners, but hang in there. But there are a lot of people that literally still don't know how to do this. And so I'm not condescending, but we want to keep kind of reinforcing the process. So this is a back office, an example of a back office. So where you're going to find the scripts, as you can see, for those of you that have been there, there's no script tab on the green bar up there anymore, okay? You will need to go to your library tab, okay? Now, when you go down to your library tab, look at this, guys. When you click on your business building tools, look at that. I don't know about you guys, but I think this starts, I mean, this thing is looking better and better every day. And we're trying to present the information to you in a way that's not cluttered, that's easy to understand, easy to access. So right here, when you click on your business building tools, it gives you the different categories. Business overview, right up there. It's exactly what it says, okay? This includes the one-page business overview document. It includes the business overview slideshow that we've used the last couple of weeks. It also has the animated version, which we've been using, which gives you the scrolling quality, and the business overview script that we used last week. Click on that open file. And in there, very simply, are tabs to access each of these. Now, we tried to limit the amount of text once you kind of drill down into this so it wouldn't be confusing. It's pretty simple. It says right there at the top, they're listed, the tools that are there are designed to be used together. So we're calling it a presentation in a box. It's designed to create an easy to follow presentation for all of you, okay, to present the business. So you can click on any of this. Now, business overview script, I mean, you think you can click on that now, and it will pull up the script that we used last week. One of the things that should be apparent after watching Billy tonight, once again, it's about the order of the information that's presented and the amount of information that you present. It is not meant to be delivered word for word. So you take this and you find your own way to make it personal and share the information in that order. Okay, if we go back and go down, we've then got the script quick start. We've got the scripts. Click on the scripts, for instance. So again, we've got the different categories of scripts, the peaking scripts, the objection scripts, presenting scripts. And hopefully this is done in a really, really simple fashion. Listen, you know what the bottom line is, guys? This is a product and an industry and an opportunity that does require, there's a lot of information about this. And I think we've gotten better at giving this to you in a way that's more manageable for you and more digestible for the people you're going to be sharing the information with. So yeah, if you look at these things that you can access, there's the 5-page PDF, which has been updated and amended. If you haven't seen that recently, take a look. It's got the new business overview document. And guys, I don't know how many of you, I'd ask for a show of hands, but I can't see you, have actually gone through the leadership booklet since you joined the business. This is kind of another step to being tapped in and being able to share this in a confident way. So I encourage all of you to continually spend time. We're constantly updating stuff. To spend time in your back office and reading and accessing. If you want to go again, click here to marketing. These are some things that are available for you to go ahead and print out. Here we had some requests for social media images that you can use on your posts, Instagram or Facebook. We will be adding to the image file of the product images. But this gives you some tools to use in your own marketing. There's the postcards we talked about a couple of weeks. There's 2 different postcards available. So again, this is under library and it's under business building tools. And if you go backwards from business building tools, takes you back into here. And but yeah, let's go into promotions. You can click on all these things. Again, everything having to do with building your business and helping you build your business is under this one library tab of business building tools. So events, we'll keep you posted on events that are in our area. And as we start traveling, as we start hitting the road, you'll be able to see which events are going to be in your area as well. Here's all your applications and forms. As Billy said, it's a real powerful thing to be able to walk through somebody through the sign-up process while you've got them on a Zoom, because nothing replaces their experience if they can see it. A lot of people, and it may or may not have been me, and when I first started, I'm like, let me do it for you. It's easier. I can do it quicker. Well, I realized, that's not really teaching a man to fish. That's giving him a fish. So part of this business is about teaching them to fish. So helping them and teaching them to do it for themselves so they can then share that and it becomes repeatable and duplicatable. We got another nice little tab here under company, under the About Us. It's a little more extensive than what we had in the past. We've got pictures of our fearless leader, Candace. And we've got her story in there. Those of you who don't know, that's Ronnie. That is Connor. Did I remember his name correctly? Connor, the young man who joined us and talked so effectively about his experience with the product and helping him deal with his Tourette's. And then under that, we have meet our team, our executive team, Candace Hornaday. And there's your, there we are, guys. There we are, David Rowden. I don't know if any of you actually know David Rowden, but he is the one that makes everything go in the back office. I don't know if any of you can really comprehend the just the details and the fine details required in the business of having a direct marketing company, but he's in charge of all that. And I guess Katie was down there and I was too. Thanks, home office. Anyway, okay, let's get to the drawings. Let me see if I've heard from the home office yet. I have not. But let's go ahead and if anybody has any questions, if you want to write it on the chat bar. Billy, do you want to show people how to write it on the chat bar if they don't know how?
Yeah. So right at the bottom, sometimes when your screen goes numb there, everything's going to go away. If you pull your mouse down to the bottom, you're going to see a menu bar. You're going to see a little chat symbol there. At the bottom of that, you're going to see the chat bar. There's a blue bar that says to everyone, or you can send private messages to each individual if there's something that you probably want to ask. Please send your questions in here if you have any. Obviously, we love everyone reaching out to us verbally. But if for some reason, if you're nervous to reach out or think that you have a silly question, there's no silly questions here. We want to be able to be here to answer any questions that you might have, to make this as comfortable as possible for you and turn every single person on here into an amazing leader. So please go ahead and write in there if there's anything that you're curious about. Again, I mentioned earlier, try to keep it sort of on topic here if possible. But yeah, as you guys will see right there, if you click on that chat bar, Lindy just wrote in, can't wait to order my gummies. So I as well am very, very, very excited about having those, not only for me to take personally, but to be able to go to a group and share them with 10 different people with one product. That's pretty amazing. That's awesome. And one little piece, one little gummy works really well.
If any of you are interested in ordering gummies tonight, you can do that through my website at I'm sorry, that was a joke. Just go on to mylifesimple.com/Jeff Arbaugh and order all of your gummies. One of the things I did want to mention, when Billy was showing the Zoom, there's a couple of different Zoom applications. One is a program designed for your laptops and computers, iMac and your PCs. There are also applications of Zoom which are available for your tablets and your phones. They might look a little bit different. Don't get thrown by that. The principle's the same. I'm thinking that maybe the flexibility or the robustness is more available on the laptops and computers. All right, so keep writing in with your comments and any questions. I've got the winners here. Justin from our home office in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm sorry, I got a kick out of that. The winner of the T-shirt tonight. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much.
We have to have fun with this.
Nobody else acknowledges my goofiness. The winner of the T-shirt is June.
June. Congratulations, June.
So June, I don't know June, but June, we will need your last name and or maybe perhaps Billy knows you, and we'll also need your size. So if you want to type or get with Billy and share your size. Okay, so the next winner of the decal, the car window decal, is John Christensen.
Christensen.
Is it Christensen? Well, I've got a D in here. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's John Christensen.
That's what happens in Omaha. Right
yeah,
there.
Congratulations, John.
John Christensen is the winner of the car decal. And finally, the winner of the license plate, the Reaction license plate, which I personally have on my car, is Amanda Hager.
Congratulations, Amanda. All right.
Anyway, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this once again as we did. And as always, before I say goodbye, know that we are working behind the scenes every day to try to create things that make it better, make it easier for you to succeed. As I said to Candace last night during conversation, I said, you know what? We are all going to succeed together or we're all going to fail together. That's the only way something like this proceeds. Now, to be honest with you, I believe that we will all succeed together because we're off to a great start in 2020. And there's a lot of things I really can't say at the moment, but we've got some really great stuff going on. So so we appreciate all of your efforts. Let us know how we can help. Reach out to Billy, reach out to myself. I hope everybody has a great week. And thank you for Billy. Jimmy wants to know if he can order a hat.
Yes, great question. So everything is available in your back office. On our main menu, you click on shopping cart. On there, I believe it's a promotional tab, if I remember right. Click on that. You'll see all sorts of different pretty awesome informational products, hats, stickers, so many different products on there you can order.
Awesome. So again, reach out to us. Have a great week. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody again 1 week from now.
Yes.
All right?
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for joining.